Have you ever felt ignored by your children? Wondering why they no longer listen or respect you? It's a painful experience. But reacting with anger often makes things worse. Instead of frustration, what if you could regain their respect using a simple yet powerful strategy? In today's video, we'll reveal 6 effective steps to transform your relationship with your children and rebuild mutual respect. If you've ever faced this situation, press 1 in the comments. Or 0 if you haven't. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss valuable insights on strengthening family bonds. Step 1. Control your emotions. When your children ignore you or show disrespect, your first instinct might be frustration or anger. But reacting emotionally will only escalate the conflict and widen the gap between you. Instead, mastering your emotions is the key to maintaining authority and respect. Before responding, pause for a moment. Take a deep breath and remind yourself that staying calm gives you the upper hand. A parent who remains composed sends a powerful message of strength and confidence, showing that respect is earned, not demanded. Children, even when rebellious, mirror the behavior they see. If they witness you handling conflict with patience and emotional intelligence, they will learn to do the same. Moreover, uncontrolled anger weakens communication and makes children defensive. Instead of focusing on their actions, they may start resenting your reaction. But when you remain calm, you keep the conversation open and constructive, giving them space to reflect on their behavior. Think of your composure as a shield. It protects your peace and prevents unnecessary arguments. The more you practice emotional self-control, the more influence you gain over the situation. Want your children to respect you more? Show them how a mature and level-headed person handles conflict. It's not about suppressing emotions but channeling them wisely to build bridges, not walls. Step 2. Show understanding without giving in. One of the biggest mistakes parents make when dealing with disrespect is responding with harsh authority or immediate criticism. While setting boundaries is crucial, the key to effective communication is understanding the root cause of your child's behavior without losing control. When your child ignores you or reacts disrespectfully, pause and observe before responding. Instead of jumping to conclusions, ask yourself, is there something stressing them out? Are they dealing with emotions they don't know how to express? Could they be seeking attention in a negative way? Children often act out due to insecurities, frustration, or a need for independence. But they rarely express these feelings clearly. Acknowledging their emotions does not mean tolerating bad behavior, but it does create a space where they feel heard. A simple phrase like, "I see that you're upset. Do you want to talk about it?" can make a big difference. However, showing empathy does not mean giving in. You can validate their emotions while still enforcing consequences for disrespectful behavior. Calmly state your expectations. I understand that you're frustrated, but speaking to me that way is not acceptable. This approach balances respect and authority, making your child feel valued while ensuring they understand boundaries. By practicing firm yet compassionate communication, you create a foundation of trust where your child feels safe expressing themselves, reducing the need for defiance and rebellion over time. Step 3. Set clear boundaries calmly. One of the most effective ways to earn your child's respect is by establishing clear and consistent boundaries, but doing so in a calm and composed manner. When children understand what is expected of them, they feel a sense of structure and security. However, boundaries should be set with firmness, not frustration. Instead of reacting with anger, clearly communicate the rules and the consequences of breaking them. For example, Rather than saying, "If you talk back to me again, you're grounded for a month," try, "I expect us to speak to each other with respect." If you continue using that tone, you will lose your phone privileges for the evening. The key here is to keep your tone steady and ensure that the consequence matches the behavior. Children test limits not to provoke, but to understand where the real boundaries lie. If rules change depending on your mood, they learn that they can negotiate or push past them. However, when you consistently uphold boundaries, they begin to respect them, not out of fear, but out of understanding. At the same time, it's important to explain the reason behind the rules. Instead of saying, "Because I said so," try, "This rule exists because it helps us build a respectful home where everyone's voice is valued." This approach shifts the dynamic from control to guidance, making it easier for your child to accept and follow the rules without resistance. Step 4. Lead by example. Children learn more from what they see than from what they hear. If you want respect, demonstrate respect. If you want your child to listen, be a good listener. Your actions set the standard for how they will interact with you and others. When faced with a difficult situation, remain calm and composed. If you yell, lose patience, or react impulsively, your child will mirror that behavior. Instead, demonstrate emotional control, showing them that disagreements can be handled with respect and understanding. For example, if they interrupt you, instead of saying, "Stop interrupting me," try, "I will listen to you, but I need you to wait until I finish speaking." Another essential aspect of leading by example is practicing what you preach. If you ask them to limit screen time but spend hours on your phone, or if you expect honesty but avoid telling the truth yourself, they will notice. Children absorb behaviors unconsciously, and your consistency matters more than your words. Moreover, show respect even when you disagree. If your child expresses frustration, acknowledge their emotions. "I see that you're upset. Let's talk about this calmly." This teaches them that respect isn't about agreeing on everything, but about handling differences maturely. When children observe parents who are patient, respectful, and consistent, they naturally internalize these values. Leading by example doesn't require perfection, but it does require effort. Your behavior shapes their future actions, making this one of the most powerful tools in parenting. Step 5. Build a relationship beyond conflicts. A strong parent-child relationship is not built solely on discipline, it thrives on connection, trust, and shared experiences. If the only time you engage with your child is during moments of correction or conflict, they may begin to associate your presence with negativity. To create a healthier dynamic, it's crucial to nurture the relationship outside of disciplinary moments. Start by setting aside dedicated quality time for activities that bring joy and bonding. Whether it's a family game night, cooking together, taking a walk, or simply having conversations about their day, these moments help strengthen your connection. When children feel seen, heard, and valued, they are more likely to show respect and cooperation. Additionally, actively listen when your child speaks. Ask about their interests, thoughts, and concerns, without judgment. This fosters an environment where they feel safe to express themselves, rather than acting out through disrespectful behavior. Even small gestures, like a warm hug, a smile, or encouraging words, can reinforce your bond. Avoid focusing only on their mistakes, instead, celebrate their strengths and achievements. Recognizing and appreciating their positive behaviors encourages them to repeat them. When children feel emotionally secure and valued, they naturally become more receptive to your guidance. By building a relationship rooted in trust, love, and understanding, you create a foundation where respect is mutual, not just demanded. The stronger the bond, the less conflict will arise. And when challenges do come, they can be handled with greater patience and mutual respect. Step 6. Give your child time to reflect. When addressing disrespect or misbehavior, immediate compliance shouldn't be the goal. Instead of pushing for an instant apology or quick attitude change, allow your child time to reflect on their actions. Growth and self-awareness take time. And sometimes, children need space to process their emotions before they can truly understand their mistakes. After setting clear boundaries and addressing an issue, avoid lingering on it too long. Continuing to pressure them for a response or forcing an apology may create resistance rather than true understanding. Instead, step back and give them the mental and emotional space to think. You might be surprised, after a few hours or even a day, they may return with a more thoughtful perspective and willingness to communicate. During this time, resist the urge to lecture or guilt trip them. Instead, model patience and understanding. Children learn by example. And when they see you respecting their space, they will be more likely to reciprocate that respect in return. Encourage self-reflection by asking open-ended questions like, how do you think your words or actions affected others, or what could you do differently next time? But only when the moment feels right. This approach helps develop their emotional intelligence and allows them to take ownership of their behavior rather than simply reacting out of obligation. Over time, they will internalize these lessons, leading to more mature decision-making and a stronger sense of personal responsibility. By giving them room to reflect and grow, you're helping them build lasting character and deeper respect for both themselves and others. Additional tips to strengthen your parent-child relationship. Beyond handling conflicts and setting boundaries, strengthening your bond with your child is key to fostering mutual respect and understanding. A strong relationship provides the foundation for open communication, making it easier to navigate challenges together. Here are a few powerful strategies to deepen your connection with your child and encourage positive interactions. 1. Choose your battles wisely. Not every disagreement needs to turn into a major confrontation. Learn to let go of minor issues and focus on the lessons that truly matter. By picking your battles carefully, you create a more peaceful household, reducing unnecessary tension and allowing your child to feel heard instead of constantly corrected. 2. Involve your child in decision-making. Giving your child a sense of agency in family matters, whether it's choosing dinner or helping decide weekend plans, fosters responsibility and makes them feel valued. When children feel they have a voice, they are more likely to cooperate and respect household rules. 3. Recognize and celebrate positive efforts. Parents often focus on correcting negative behavior but forget to acknowledge progress. Make an effort to praise your child when they show kindness, responsibility, or patience. A simple, "I appreciate how you handled that situation," can reinforce the behaviors you want to see more of. 4. Admit your own mistakes. Parents aren't perfect, and admitting when you've overreacted or made a mistake models humility and accountability. Apologizing when necessary teaches your child that owning up to errors is a sign of strength, not weakness. 5. Maintain a long-term perspective. Building mutual respect and understanding takes time. If you don't see immediate changes, don't lose heart. Consistency, patience, and love will create lasting positive change, helping you and your child cultivate a deeper, Lifelong bond. Strengthening bonds. One step at a time. Parenting is not about perfection, it's about patience, understanding, and continuous growth. By applying these 6 steps and additional strategies, you're not just handling conflicts, you're building a lifelong connection based on mutual respect and love. Remember, change takes time. But every effort you make today shapes a stronger, more trusting relationship with your child. Now, I'd love to hear from you. Which of these steps resonated with you the most? Type 1 if you found this helpful or 0 if you have more questions. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more insightful content. See you in the next video.